Cool. I am live. So this is just gonna be a quick update that should automatically upload because it's live. The first update is that I'm not gonna be doing live. Oh, May. Hi. Wow, perfect timing. Hello. I don't know how action is, or if you can hear me well, or if it's like really laggy and stuff. Yeah, I'm okay. I just like slept around 9 and I woke up now and it's like 1:40, so I need to have water. You know, I'll have some because I did prepare for water. Is the camera sideways, right? Yeah, that's because so my dad found this laptop and it took him like kind of hours or days like kind of get it working and it doesn't really work, so I'm not really gonna do live videos with it, but I figured I would use it now to get some updates out there. How are you doing? I'm staying good. I'm doing pretty well. I'm just tired right now. It was a very tiring week, so it's been kind of challenging. I don't know if you heard me. I'm kind of like mumbling, but how are you? And then what were my updates? So the first update is that I'm after this live video, not gonna be doing live videos unless if this audio works. I don't know. I'm not sure how well it is to hear me. So I'm gonna listen to this video later and see, and if it's like good enough, maybe I can do live and then edit the video after and rotate it. But I don't know if it lets me do that. Yay! And then if you want to talk about anything, of course, you can always use the YouTube chat and we can hang out or you can email. And then me too, if I ever have anything specific. Um, yeah, I do have something specific. I have like a new deck, sorta. It's technically my friend's deck, but she left it in town. Hold on, how do I? It's really hard because the camera's sideways. Ta-da! Let me see if I can try to find a way to. God dang it! Which way does it go? Up. Yeah. Woo! Kuan Yin Oracle. I'm waiting to give my friend a video, so she's gonna be getting the first reading with this deck, and so that's why I haven't opened it yet. Um, trying to think about what my other updates are. Oh, the updates is that I'm gonna be doing a full moon reading. I think the full moon was technically yesterday where I'm at, the 23rd. But I was just outside and I really felt the energy still, so I'm gonna be doing a full moon reading and putting that online. Hi, Lucky. And then I'm gonna be catching up and doing the 12 zodiac readings for this upcoming week for the 24th through the 30th. And so that was pretty much it for this video. And the dog, Lucky, is here. Yeah. That was pretty much it. All right. Well, it's good you're doing good. I was excited to hear from you. Yeah, I am definitely doing okay. I'll update you a little bit extra. On like my level of okayness. So you can probably tell I'm tired. Since all of 2018, it's been very exhausting, and so we have like one more month and like a week to go, and then it's 2019. Woo! And let's just pray 2019 is a lot more peaceful and smoother and just a lot more positive. And honestly, I feel like that's how it's gonna be because when 2018 started, I like already knew it was gonna be a stressful, like really impossible seeming year. Um, and so I already have a feeling 2019 is gonna be a lot smoother of a year. So I'm gonna trust myself on this. Oh, a second person. Welcome. I just did my updates. So if you wanna hear what the updates are, go ahead and go somewhere in the last 5.5 minutes at some point, and then I guess the rest of this video is now that I'm just sort of hanging out because um oops uh I don't know. Oh, they're gone. Okay. Oh no, May is good. Oh wait, two back. Okay, cool. Hi, Neha Gupta. I'm doing well, thank you. I was just kind of talking about that. I'll get into that again because 2018. How are you? How are you doing? It's been a while. This will give me a second to have more water. More. Technically, this is water with some apple cider vinegar, which it doesn't like taste super good because I didn't put any like honey in it. But I hear that apple cider vinegar is really good for you. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try drinking like 3 glasses with it a day. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Regarding family, I don't know if you celebrate holidays at all, like the like Thanksgiving, or if you celebrated some sort of other holiday. But we had Thanksgiving on Thursday this week, and my family celebrated, well, different parts of my family celebrated on different days. So I had a Sunday one and I celebrated on Wednesday. To the point where I got to Thursday and I was like, I don't want to celebrate with you guys. And I went, you guys might know Cheyenne. I celebrated with Cheyenne's family, and that was a lot. That was like the best celebration of the three. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, 2018 has been a very challenging year, I think, for most, if not all of us, And I was just talking about how, like, I have a good feeling about 2019 because at the end of 2017, when 2018 was coming up, I was like, oh no. I was like, I knew 20, like, I was like, I have a feeling 2018 it's gonna be hard. Then 2018 started, and I was like, yeah, ooh, festival. That's honestly way better in my yeah, just in my opinion of holidays. In the future, I don't plan on celebrating Thanksgiving, um, though I don't know what the future is going to be like, and if maybe traditions and the reason for celebrating changes. But eventually, I'll be celebrating something, but just not Thanksgiving itself, because like historically, the event is awful. So I'm not really a big fan of that. But I don't know. At this point, I got a lot of food Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and it was pretty delicious. The festival sounds really cool. I'm assuming there was food at this festival. Yeah, yeah, me too. I really like the concept as well. I don't know if you know much about like the history of it, but the concept of it I think is great. I learned the concept of it real fast, like growing up, and I thought that was really cool. Yeah. Ooh, welcome. Yeah, and my camera is sideways because I don't know. I've rotated it, like, and it just doesn't matter on this thing. So this is gonna be my last live video for a long time up until I get an actual device that can record really well and stuff. Okay, so the history basically, so like Europeans pretty much or pilgrims showed up here in America and kind of like met Native Americans, basically people who've already lived here for a very long time, and then they kind of get together. And so the concept of what we learned was that they got together and shared food and stuff, and the pilgrims and the Native Americans learned about peace and sharing and giving, Thanksgiving. Woo! But the actual historical events of what happened that night of like sharing and like having a like feast and festival together or whatever, like a food celebration, was that like the pilgrims pretty much poisoned, I'm pretty sure, a lot of their like things and like gave them a bunch of disease like intentionally, and kind of like, I'm pretty sure, like slaughtered everybody or like a bunch of people or something. And honestly, I'm really not the most informed, but a lot of people who have emotional like connection with the history, who basically people who are on the other side of that story, like not the pilgrims and like the existing remaining Native Americans, that many of them, like their population's been so controlled to the point now because of us. Well, by us, it's like, I don't know, people who came here and pushed them off their land, pretty much. Yeah, more or less that's the story. I'm sure if I like search it, there's a much like more like like structured chronological order to it, and I'm sure I missed details. I think they were given disease by like these really like, they were given blankets that when you wore them, you like got a lot of like diseases like STDs and things like that. But that sounds a little like off to me. I don't actually 100% remember. I don't know if you guys kind of stepped into this video like a little bit late. I was just kind of talking about the history of Thanksgiving or something, but that I don't really know a ton about. But other than it's pretty bad. Yeah, that's that. And then if you guys want to know what the updates were about, I guess you can rewind, but I can just remember them again. One is that I'm not going to do live videos for a while until I get a device that can rotate the camera the way I want to. I don't know how the audio sounds, so I'm going to listen to part of this video after I click end stream to see what it sounds like. So that's the first update. The second one is I'm going to be doing a full moon reading. Woo! Full moon! It's the full moon in Gemini. So I'm thinking I'm going to do, I don't know if I want to do like just the general messages, or if I want to do like love reading and personal, like like your life reading and your love reading, the two different types, like where you're just kind of like, okay, what about your journey just in general? Okay, what about your journey when we're gonna talk about love, like like romance, like. So the full moon reading is coming up, which is what I'll do. But I was, so my original plan, if this live stuff was gonna work out on this laptop, which it's not, was that I was gonna just record live videos and do a full moon reading and end it and title it, and then record all the weekly horoscope readings that I need to do. Because today now it's 2:06 a.m. here. No, this can't. This laptop is just off. It's not. It's one. It's 1:54 a.m. according to my computer. So it's 1:54 a.m. I slept around 9. Cool, read the full moons, bringing good things. Honestly, that's how I've been feeling. I didn't read up about it. That makes sense, I think. It's a really powerful moon. And I feel like it's gonna bring in a lot of good stuff and maybe a lot of rest that we all sort of need the vibe I've been getting. So I sure got some rest, and holidays are kind of over for a short while before Christmas. Woo! It's what we're celebrating next in December over here, and wherever if you guys are celebrating Christmas or some other holiday. And then 2019, and that's where I think things are gonna really pick up again. Another update I was talking about. Yay! I'm glad you are. I'll flip some cards since this is like, I don't know, since there's just a few people here. So welcome, guys. If you guys want like some cards flipped for you, just um hold on. Just go ahead and comment and hang out. Make your presence known. You don't have to, but I need to make space for my laptop on my desk. I do have another update, but I'm worried my friend Cheyenne will see this, and I have a surprise for her. So I won't tell you guys that update until she knows the surprise, so she doesn't get spoiled ahead of time. And then Cheyenne, if you're somehow awake at no, this camera's or this time on this laptop is wrong. If you're somehow awake at 1:56 a.m., you can say hi so then I can show you the thing I got on here. Yeah, no problem. It's just okay. Yeah, that's. Let me move this charger more. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. I actually have a few decks over here, so let's see what the full moon is bringing you. Niha. I see put some cards back. I had some cards out because I did try to do a live video with Pisces. I made it unlisted because I was just testing it out, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't work. But who knows? Maybe it'll auto rotate, and then it does work. All right, so let's see what kind of energy this full moon is bringing. Welcome, everyone. I was doing some updates, and now I started flipping cards. So, that's usually what happens. I'm doing like some full moon readings right now, just kind of seeing the energy for you guys. Niha. Aww, the Six of Cups came out. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of balance numbers. Oh, I have another announcement. Thank you all. I'm at exactly 500 subscribers, it says on the channel, and that is a huge milestone. I did kind of set a goal a few months back. Well, I'm not really one to set goals, but well, I am. But like, so when I first got like 100 subscribers, I was like, whoa! And I was talking to my friend Charles across the street, and I was just like, wow, it would be exciting to have 1,000 subscribers. And he was like, whoa, like you're shooting for 1,000 subscribers. I was like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it'll happen. And then he was like, okay, cool. And then, sure enough, as time went on, like the subscribers started building up. And then around the time that I was at like 200, and it was in like, I don't know, September, August. Thank you. And thank you all. Oh, and hi, Danny. Did you wake up again like early? Because like sometimes I see you up like super late, and I'm just like, did you sleep? Thank you. Okay, good. I'm glad you slept. I did too. It's 1:58 a.m. and it's because I slept and I just woke up. I slept at 9, and I just woke up. So manifest it will happen soon. Yeah, 1,000, and it just does happen soon. It's crazy. So that was the thing. It was around August or September where I was like, Charles, my goal. I was like, I think honestly, I'm gonna have 500 subscribers by the end of the year. But okay, so you're like 3 hours ahead from me. I think I remember something like that. Yeah, and then basically he was like, dang, like, you think? And I was like, yeah, man. He was like, whoa. He was so funny. Charles is like so adorable. Oh my gosh, I don't know. He's he's like a little brother to me because we grew up. Yeah, I'm sideways. So my first update is that I'm not going to be doing live videos on this device. So I don't know when I'll do my next live video. So this update on this live video is to, ironically enough, to tell people that I'm not doing them until I get something that works. Um, so we'll see. And then another update is that I'm going to be doing full moon readings. Yeah, I know. I want to do more, but I don't know how to make the camera rotate. I spent so long. I got so frustrated. I was like very upset at this laptop. But yeah, so it looks like with the full moon. So I'm gonna make this more general because there's a few people in here. So the energy I'm getting is that it's a time of reconciliation. So I wouldn't be surprised if like random people, blasts from the past, even reach out. Ah, the cats. I'm pretty sure. Um, it's Margaret, though I'm sorry if I got it wrong because uh, usually it's theirs cats. So I don't know. But maybe you just changed. Okay, cool. I was like 99% sure. Yeah, everyone like, woo, we went from the past. Wow, two specific cards came up: the Empress and the Eight of Wands. Um, So I don't know if you got here, but yeah, no, you said full moon field, so you've been here, cool. Um, so blast from the past. This is a very positive connection. Um, that as the Empress is going to be very healing for you, very nurturing. This is like someone who's going to take quick steps, quick action, quick movement. Um, Messages coming in. Yeah, pretty much the Eight of Wands. Um, I'm getting something like really specific for some reason. Let me see what I'm looking at. So it's like the a big energy I'm getting is this could be like um yeah, romantically this does seem to be a thing. This does seem to be kind of connected with our love interest, our twin flames, and all that stuff. But I'm all like a big thing I'm getting with this as well is like connections in general that need more healing. So family, friends, like really, really past connections that don't even have to be romantic. They're just like past connections that healing needs to be done pretty much. Is a big possibility. The Hierophant. Okay, well, it just got more specific, so it's still more inclined towards the romantic aspect. So the full moon in Gemini seems to definitely bringing that in. Um, Let me see. The Ace of Wands. So, as you guys know, Ace of Wands is all about new beginnings. I'm just seeing that this is very much connected. This new beginning pretty much can't happen until this quick action happens. So the quick action that is related to, um, a big thing about this is tradition, commitment, stuff like that. Yay! I'm glad. And so it seems this energy is what the full moon is bringing in for a new beginning. I'm getting a really strong vibe that this is preparing for January. So it's like it's kind of like we need to keep moving forward and take. This is more like the energy that is coming from us. This is us reconciliating with loved ones. Basically, is what I'm trying to get here. So if it is like a twin flame connection or that that's on your mind about this and stuff like that. Hi, I don't think I've met before. Rivati Kamath. Hello. Aw, thank you. And I'm sorry if I like if you've commented and I don't remember right now, or if we've emailed and I don't remember right now. Um, to me, it's nice to meet you, but if we've already met, my bad. I just kind of have like foggy memories sometimes. But welcome. We were just flipping cards. I'm doing well. Mm, your name sounds kind of familiar, but yeah, if you want to jog my memory, um, you're welcome to. I think the holidays are really going to trigger collectives. Yeah. Oof. If you don't mind, I'll flip some cards for you, Ravati. I'm also going through a lot. It's been a challenging week. Real quick. Yeah, I do think the holidays, I agree, Danny, are gonna pretty much trigger everyone. It triggered me. I've ended some karmic cycles with my family just because, yeah. Thank you, Neha. Yes, I love to help in any way I can. So, Queen of Pentacles. So, Ravati, this is just like a reminder card. Like, you know, if you, like, as particles in the whole universe, if we changed a single thing, that so applying this to you, person's not talking to you right now. Yeah, just they may not be talking to you, but think about if they did talk to you, like let's say a week ago, then everything right now, it's basically what this card is kind of about to me, would not exist. We would be in a completely different timeline. And the you right now is super cool, and everything that's built up right now, I wouldn't want to erase that. So this is kind of like think about where you are now and think about how different things would be if your person had talked to you at a sooner time, or if you got together like a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. All of this time that you've gotten right now, and all the memories, good and bad, and lessons, none of it would exist. So that I think that's a really positive way to think about um, what's it called, like separation, and not talk and like not hearing from our person of interest. We'll be fine soon, one day at a time. Yeah, honestly, it's like everything will make sense, like eventually. Sometimes it makes more sense, sometimes it makes less, but there's always a time where clarity is reached you know And I do feel like with the holidays, we're learning a lot about ourselves and like what we really want to stand up for within ourselves. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna flip a couple more. Ooh. Um, so I'm getting with this. Another message is, this is the Emperor's energy. So this is kind of like now is the time to still move forward and take action. Pretty much a big thing I like to say is like, don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. And I don't remember where I heard that from, but a few or a lot of people said it. And, it's kind of really true. We're almost at the end of 2018. We have a month and like 5 more days to go. I feel for many of us, we will be reconciling with like our romantic person that we've been like connecting with and stuff this year. I feel like that is something that is coming up at the end of this year. And then if for some or many of us, if we don't hear from our person or if it doesn't happen or whatever, just kind of know like everything built up for 2019, and 2019 is just going to be a lot smoother for everyone. I think everyone, including our person that we think about, is going to have a clearer idea of what they want. With how confused we've been, and like we're all in this spiritual stuff, doing readings and everything. And think about it, we've all gotten so many tarot readings, and we've meditated and found answers and blah blah blah. And 2018 has still been so confusing and so like, what do we do? What do we do? So I'm just imagining like our person of interest, if they're not like super into the psychic stuff, like it's it kind of makes sense how things have been challenging, and like also that we're all just different individuals, and we all like want and different things and that and react to experiences differently. So this energy's been really intense, and even for people practicing like psychicness and spiritualism, it's still been so foggy and like mysterious. So I think even if we don't hear from our persons by the end of this year, for some of us, that 29, it's like the last month. Like basically, keep working on ourselves is what I'm trying to say to everyone here and anyone who might watch this in the future. Probably not because it's a live video, but yeah, pretty much just keep going. Um, it's a time to rest, yes, but it's also really like a strong time to keep making decisions right now about what you want in your day-to-day life. So keep manifesting and keep cycling out and ending our own karmic cycles, saying goodbye to that which doesn't serve us anymore. Also, let me catch up on these comments. Life, isn't it? An adventure sometimes and puzzle sometimes. Yeah, pretty much. Which I enjoy, but I understand that that's not everybody's cup of tea. Puzzles can be difficult to get into. Um, yeah, I'm glad you guys are awake wherever you guys are all at. I slept around 9 and then I woke up and now it's 2:11 a.m. So I plan on doing readings after this, but I'm not going to be doing live readings for a while, not until I get a device that the camera rotates and everything. Everything happens for a reason, divine timing. Things have to come into alignment on both ends. Yes, exactly. So it's like no matter where our love interest, or yeah, pretty much, 'cause we're all talking about love here, wherever our person is at in life, we ourselves need to keep aligning and being there for ourselves and moving forward um, for the timelines of coming together with our person. It's a win-win because if our person's not ready and we align ourselves enough to the point where we're feeling really good and ready, we will have our own answer of, oh, are we waiting for this? Or, oh, they're going to leave me hanging. So let's move forward romantically now with a new love, which can be very tough to think about at this time because we're, pretty invested, I would say. We've all been pretty madly in love with our persons, and this person could be the one and is the one and feels like the one and seems like the one, the one kind of comes up a lot. And I think 2018 has taught me like pretty much it's okay to choose this, yes, but always be open to if you change your mind because we have a right to step away and change our minds if we're in a situation we feel we don't deserve. But until then, I'm gonna stick with this connection because I'm pretty connected and committed with my twin flame. I feel he's the one. I like the whole journey. I appreciate it and feel good about it. Four of Pentacles. And so the important thing is not about expecting like it all to perfectly work out. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna get married and this and that. That's what I want. But this is like it's about letting that go as well. Of like, I deserve that. That's what I want. So if I really, really choose that and it's not going to be with him is what I learned in the future, then I will be able to let this go and pursue that with someone once that answer has been reached. And I think this applies to all of us. And it's always an ever changing journey. I think love is meant to be experienced however we wish to experience it, so we can learn what it means to love and like unconditionally love one another. So personally, on my journey, I'm probably just gonna be committed to this connection. But depending on where he wants things to go, depending on where I want things to go, who knows? Maybe I end up with like maybe it's like, oh, we get together now, or maybe it's like, oh, we don't, and we both date more people. I date a few people, and then and then we get together, or maybe I date someone and realize, oh, I do want to commit to this other person, and it's like, well, darn, who knows? There's infinite timelines. Um, so I'm kind of spooking myself. So I'm gonna do a bit of a reading on like our people right now, in terms of what they're thinking about when it comes to us. Oh, we get the star, So, might as well have hope and believe in the connection that we have. It seems the people we're thinking of, so my twin flame, your guys' soulmate, twin flame, whoever, love person, it sure looks like we've all got hope, and feel very much in alignment. So pretty much, yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to say. It's like right now, I feel very much in alignment with the path of union and love and coming together in the 3D, not just the 5D, with my twin flame. And hopefully, you guys feel in alignment with that as well. And basically, if it doesn't feel in alignment with you, if the journey doesn't feel like it's healing for you, then that's not a connection you deserve. You deserve a person who makes you feel good. You deserve a person who's learning with you, who's also going on their journey, and like they're in a separation because they need to be, and everything happens for a reason. And so I think we're really gonna get a very strong vibe of that in 2019. I think 2018, we've been learning, is this in alignment with us? Is this in alignment with us? What I learned at the end of this year is yes, this is in alignment with me. You guys, chances are you guys questioned and worried and doubted from time to time, like, maybe I should, like, maybe this is, maybe like the lesson is to, completely let go and find a new love, and like this is just like, I don't know, an illusion of how we feel or something. But no, our feelings are real. Um, so the only thing that is real is love, is a quote I hear a lot. And so pretty much ask yourself, now that you've made it to the end of 2018, how do you feel about this person? Do you feel in alignment with your path? Do you feel closer to your goals than ever before since you've been with this person? Whether you've literally been with them, like you guys agree to like meet up and hang out and you've seen each other in the 3D, or even if like through separation, For me, I was in separation with my twin flame all of 2018. I met him like January 9th, pretty much. And then we said our goodbyes like at the end of February, beginning of March. And so like the whole last like 9 months so far, we've been in separation. I haven't seen him since. And so, which does suck, but like, it taught me, now that we're here, like I ask myself these questions, and like, am I in alignment with my journey? You guys can tell pretty much yes. Have I healed more and learned more and like found more hope, strength, love, and worthiness within myself during this journey? I answer yes to all of those. And this whole year I was committed to my connection with him. So I see these as positive signs. So I think this is a good way to gauge if you should try to find like a new person, or if you should pretty much keep waiting on a kind of connection. But if you're waiting, don't wait, Always be open to love. Like tonight, I got into the weirdest situation where this kid I was friends with in first grade, and never since first grade we talked really, or like we're friends after that. Um, I went to like hang out with my older brother who's coming to town to visit, and our mutual friend, and smoke some weed together. And they're like, "Hey, do you want to go to so and so's house?" And they're like, "Yeah, let's go." And I was like, "Do you mean so and so?" And then I said so and so's last name, and they're like, "Yeah, is that okay?" And I'm like, yeah. And I just thought it was really funny. And, that was like a blast from the past. And I tried really hard to like, so we left early, and then I don't know his number, so and so's, the person I was friends with in first grade. So I was like asking and texting around, like the people I was hanging out with, my older brother and his friend, our friend, but they didn't get back to me on so and so's number. So like I did take a chance on like a new love, kinda tonight. Not really, because um, this person so and so, I don't know. I think he's dating somebody first of all, but like the chance I was taking on was the Six of Cups, reconciling, healing old wounds, and so I was open to if that opened up a new journey. So kind of think of it like that. Be committed to the connection you are with, and like if spirit guides you in a way where you find a connection where you feel more strongly about, or you feel strongly about just in general, it's okay to explore that and tap into that. um Choose love. Yeah, choose love no matter what. That's so beautiful. I love saying that all the time. I'm like, if you just choose love every time, you cannot go wrong. And I stick by it. I'm like, I don't know. I've heard some like stuff about like sacrifice some stuff and happiness and your time and stuff, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to. I just want to do everything. Um, I want to do whatever I want, you know. And how I spend my time, I want to spend my time choosing love and happiness and well being and helping ourselves and each other. So I kind of refuse to put myself in situations that don't serve me in some sort of way. Um, and I always want to feel my most authentic emotions. There are a lot of times I end up in situations that I don't want to be in, but that's different than like signing up for a situation that I know I'm not gonna like applying for a job that I'm not gonna enjoy. I'm just not gonna do that. Um, yeah, all of that always. It's like it seems to work out, right? It's like kind of way better. uh, Man, ooh, it's 2:21 a.m. But man, I wish my twin flame was here. Like we're connected and stuff, but it would be cool to hear from him. But it's okay. Because I've been doing a lot, and there's a lot of things I need to keep working on. It's kind of good that there's still some time right now, just because I know clearly if we were meant to like get together and start hanging out like now, it would be happening. He'd be ready for it. He would be messaging me, but he's not. So like clearly it's not meant to be in this moment. So I just kind of have to be like, okay, and kind of accept that. Um, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna text whenever I want, or like check up on him, or wish him well, or do whatever I want to do, um, because that's still in alignment with me, because that's what I want to do. I don't know how he doesn't ever want to ask how I'm doing, but that's not actually true. I'm just being salty right now because it was a stressful week. Woo! Hi, Callie Palmer. Come when you stop chasing and feel love with or without him in your life. Yeah, I do feel love with or without him in my life. I'm kind of weird. I like accidentally chase. Like I'm not trying to at all, but I think that's just what I do. Just I don't know. Like, because I do send like messages, but my messages are like the intentions of my text messages are as literal as they are. I'm just like sending text, like, wishing them well. It's just because I kind of go through my own journey, and sometimes things really suck on my end, like on my path, and I'm just like, oh shit, like he and I are connected. I wonder if he's going through something similar. So then I end up sending a text like, hey, hope holidays are really good. But because of like how I got there, like there's just so much of my journey. I'm like, well, the reason is this, and like blah blah blah. And then my text message gets super long, and I'm like, whoops. It happens every time. And as you guys can tell, this was supposed to be a quick update, like a 5 minute, like, hi, and then bye. But as you guys know, I'm really bad with goodbyes. So my text, oh, hey, it's fun. I can actually, like, look at my text, but I'm not going to. But pretty much, like, even through text mode, I was just like, I don't know, it's hard saying bye to him because I just like wanted to really send like that. I just really want to be there and spend holidays with him and hang out all the time and all that stuff. It is see you later, but like same with you guys, but it's just so hard. Like hitting the end record button. I just want to hang out forever, all the time. Or when I leave my friends' houses, I'm just like, okay, bye. And they're like, okay, see you, son. I'm like, take care. They're like, all right, bye. I'm like, see you next time. Like I like, it's hard. I don't know. Coming from a good place of unconditional love, he's just not in a place to receive your love right now. Yeah, well, I hope he's receiving it well. Maybe he's not. Well, yeah, if you're not in a place to receive it, then technically you're not able to give it. But like, I just hope um, that my messages of unconditional love aren't like triggering him. But like, and I've also talked about that with him. Like, hey, let me know if these upset you in some sort of way. And pretty much if if I'm not going to be if I can't hear from him if they're upsetting him some way and I feel that these are just on my path, it's like I'm going to do this until I learn. And there have been times where I do learn where I'm like, okay, I sent way too many text messages in a short amount of time. I don't know if that made him feel good. Um, that's like the opposite of my intention. I feel like I make it sound a lot more intense to hang out with, but I honestly feel like at a time we hang out, it'll probably just be the same as back in like February and January, like really fun and really cool. And I'd probably be a lot more like, I don't know, the dynamic would be kind of similar again. But like, we've grown and stuff, but like, I feel it would be just really cool to hang out. Um, Good night, Danny. Sending you love and light as well. I love you. Take care. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. And I'll get all those videos done tonight. I'm pretty confident because I fell asleep and I'm up now. Messages are always long. Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing you guys relate to this where you're just like, ooh, this text got really long. But if you guys worry about your messages, oh man, you should see mine. I won't show you guys like the words, but I'll like scroll. All the blue is me, and that's all you need to know. So, if you guys want to know what my really quick happy Thanksgiving was, well, I need to make sure that you can't like accidentally see his name. Oh my gosh, you totally could. Okay, I'm gonna hold this card like so. So this is how long my hold on. No. Okay, so Spirit wants this card to come on. Oh, it's just a star. I was holding it. That's right. Message retracted. Oh, my phone. Okay. This is really hard. I wish I could just. Okay. So if you guys think your text messages are long, wait till you see the length of mine. So that's one text. And here's another coming up text. Oh, and there's another one. Yeah. Oh, and there's my goodbye. So, yeah, if you guys are always like, oh, my texts are super long, I don't think they're as long as mine because these are my shorter ones. So, I don't know how, like if I were him, well, no, because I read things and I'm just like, well, I can read forever when people send me messages. But like, if I were someone who takes more time and like has more like kind of shorter conversations and like connects like that. I don't know. I can see how you would get overwhelmed basically because I don't know. I grew up and everyone got overwhelmed by me being like this. So, that's fair. um, Sorry, I had to fall. Him asking me loads of questions and me oversharing. Oh no, he didn't. He doesn't text me or ask me questions. I just texted this much. He hasn't responded to me in like 2.5 months, and I've been texting like this still over this course of time, um, pretty much. Jeez. I'm just like looking back and yeah, I just text a lot, but it's okay. Yeah, I figured yours weren't that long. Were you looking for love when you met him? How do you know he's the one? I actually was not looking for love when I met him. The funny thing is, I was looking for not meeting anybody for a long time. So, at the beginning of January, um, plus voice recordings. That's funny. Yeah, no, Margaret, I know you and I we definitely send relatively similar length messages. So, you know, I'll put us at the same level of overtexting. um, but how I knew or how I know. So January, I had gotten out of my first relationship this year, and I was like, okay, I got out of it because I learned it was toxic for me and the person I was with, my ex. And I wanted what was best for both of us, especially myself, because I realized I was like, I don't deserve to be treated this way. Like they just, maybe they don't know how, and maybe I don't know how either. It's like I can see how I've done things that hurt them in our relationship. So I'm like, clearly, if this was gonna work, it would be working by now. But it's been 6 months, so we broke up, and I guess more so I broke up, and then so that was like at the beginning of January. And then I had my first class in physics January 9th. And I was like, okay. And I just sat down. I was like, I've been social lately. And this person sitting right next to me, I was like, hey, I like your watch. And he was like, thanks. I got it for like $9. I was like, cool. And then we introduced ourselves. And that happened to be my twin flame. And when I met him and looked at him, I immediately was like, woo, he's cute, like in my head. And I've never thought that about anybody really, like instantly. Oh, well, I was a lot more closed off, and I've been on a journey, and now I'm way more open to like seeing people. I'm like, ooh, attractive people. We're all attractive. But before that point, um, when I'm making friends with people, I don't know. There was just something very. I knew instantly. I was like, shit. I think I'm in love the moment I saw his face. Pretty much, the moment we started talking. Um, and yeah, and in my head immediately as well, I was like, why do I feel like I know this person, even though I know we've never met before? And so at this point, I don't know anything about like tarot cards and my whole spiritual journey. And then later that night, I go to sleep over at my friend Cheyenne's house. You guys know her, and her sister had just bought a tarot deck. And I got into tarot that night, literally the same day I met him. And I didn't put that together until much later in my journey, like a few months ago. And I was like, oh, that was the same day. Because I was like looking at message history with my friend Cheyenne, and I was like, when did I sleep over and learn about tarot? And I was like, whoa, that's the same day I had physics class. I was like, wow, it was the same day I met him. That's crazy. So yeah, I was not looking for love when I met him. He just kind of, I don't know. I'm really, really thankful with divine timing. It was, had I not gone to that physics class, we would have just never met, like ever. And so I'm just so grateful I like took the time to go take classes that I didn't want to be a part of because, and I don't know, it's super worth it to me now. Um, does he look like me? Show, you don't have to show him, especially if you think he might see this video. I wish I could show him. I'm just so worried it would make him uncomfortable or something like that. Same with like when I receive really kind emails from you guys or like really sweet things or gifts too. Like my friend gave me this heart crystal. Like I worry that it would make you guys uncomfortable to like say your names or show pictures because sometimes you guys like to send me photos so I can see what you guys look like, and you guys are always so sweet and beautiful. Um, and so yeah, basically I would show you guys a photo if I knew it was okay, but I don't know it's okay, and he and I have a long ways to go before something like that. Um, if if the timelines go that way and we can like come together, which I believe in, but I got to be open to it, which I have been pretty much since the start. And I've always been open to things since I was born, pretty much. So it's weird. No matter how open you can feel to things happening, like we still really want what we want. So I've just kind of learned to roll with it. Um, but I don't know if he looks like me. he feels like me. He seems to be like me. Like, as twin flames, the way I see it, our higher self is basically the same higher self. Um, doesn't get more me than that. So I don't know appearance wise, but energy wise, yeah, pretty much. It's just like another me. He was like the best friend I was looking for my whole life. I know for a fact that's just not going to change. Um, because I had met my best friend I had felt in high school. Um, and even while we were still best friends in 2018, the moment I met my twin flame, I realized what I was looking for when I kept saying best friend. I was looking for a romantic interest as well, someone, a life partner, a commitment. Um, so I realized that's what it means to be best friends with me. And then I realized that my current best friend at that time, and I said my goodbyes to him because I was not being treated how I deserved to be treated. And clearly I wasn't able to help him and stuff. So I said my goodbyes to that connection like about a couple months ago this year. And like, but I instantly knew this person that I haven't even spoken with, or well, yeah, at that time, like a lot with, and a person I haven't even seen for like the last 9 months. I was like, definitely, this is my best friend, and that's the whole point of a best friend, that you're not like always like needing to like do things or say things or like yes, but like I don't know, there's something weird like the whole thing about it is like, yeah, no matter the time, the distance, whatever, I can commit to this pretty much. Um, but only if the other person wants it too. And I just keep getting the vibe he wants it too. He also wants to be best friends, and maybe he does see me as his best friend, even though we don't like hang out and stuff. And if he doesn't, then it's real messed up, like you better tell me, like at some point, like but like he hasn't. That's the point. And even if he did tell me, then I would still just understand, hold the space in my heart of like, like it's okay. We want different things, but I already know what I want, so I don't really like. On some ends, I like do care what he like if we're gonna be together and stuff. But on some other aspects, I like kind of don't. I'm like, if you don't want to be with me, you don't want to be with me. It's as simple as that. If you don't want to be best friends, you don't want to be best friends. But until I literally hear from him, I don't want to be best friends. I'm just not buying it. I'm just gonna stick to it and commit and believe in this friendship until I feel energetically that I'm being mistreated. Hold on, I gotta let my dog go out. Hi, Wolfie. Goodbye. I'm gonna stay in here. Okay. I'm back. But yeah, until then. Um, Picked up your spiritual gifts with Tara. Thank you. Yeah, I had an interesting life where I guess I was. Okay, cool. I thought the video cut out. Where I was pretty destined to get into all this stuff. So I'm really thankful that I got into it. Um, feel it inside. That feeling towards that person never changes, together or not. It's just divine. Yeah, basically, I knew something special the moment I saw his eyes. Aww. I also didn't know about twins at that time, about me with this specific person. Yeah, yeah, there's just a lot of similarity, I guess, or a lot of connection. Pretty much, it's the same thing. I just feel a deep connection, and I pretty much know what it is to me, and I kind of feel like I know what it is to him, but I don't know. Like, I don't know his specific story, his specific journey, but like, I do know that I matter to him, and I do know like he's clearly feeling this connection, um, whether he wants to or not. So he's got to get in alignment. Maybe his higher self wants this because his higher self is my higher self, and my higher self is telling me, yeah, this is the thing. But if his self at this time does not know what he wants, he needs to keep going on his journey to find what he wants. Um, so pretty much, kind of win-win. I feel like when he finds what he wants, it's most likely gonna be me. It's pretty cool. So win for me, win for him, win for our higher self. And if he goes down his journey and he finds what he wants and it's not me, that's also a win-win. Our higher self then taught us, like, we were meant to learn certain things with one another. And I learned be patient. I learned, let's see this out, see this through, choose love, like do this stuff. And then he learned like what he wanted and to communicate it with me, because pretty much I will not go anywhere until I hear specifically from a person. And that sounds really tricky, right? It sounds kind of risky. Like, oh no, what if I stay waiting forever and I never hear from him? But he's moved on a long time ago, blah, blah, blah. I think I'll know if something like that happens. I feel like first the cards would like show that as well. But also, like, I've said this regarding a lot of my friends in the past where I'm like, I refuse to give up on them. I refuse to end this friendship until I hear specifically from them they don't want to be friends anymore. There have been many people where they will not specifically say that. They will say the opposite. They'll tell me that they do want to be friends and they'll kind of fight me on it. But it's through that as well where I can see what their intentions are. I'm like, okay, you want to be friends. I now see that, but energetically, you're not willing to be like a friend I need you to be, which is someone who treats themselves and each other with respect. A big issue I had with one of my dear friends. He would always talk down about himself, and he would say my music's really good, and he would say his music is garbage, and all these things, um, and there was a lot of just mistrust from him. So I said my goodbyes and I was like, okay, well, I am always open to this connection, but at this point on, I'm gonna do what's best for me. If I maybe feel different later, I'll reach out. If not, I'm gonna keep this going. So I do know, like, overall, like, even if I don't hear from him, but the story goes that he doesn't want this, I will learn that on my own somehow, because I believe we can find all the answers within ourselves. We don't need another person to tell us or validate us. um, so, but yeah, but basically, until I learn that I'm not what he wants, or until I learn that he's not what I want, um, I'm gonna stick with this, and I think that's perfectly okay. I think it's totally okay to be committed to something, and if you learn and you honestly learn that you were wrong, that maybe this isn't what you wanted. I feel like a lot of people worry what like with commitment. They're like, commitment means like forever, and you can't change your mind. No, commitment means like right here, right now, what I think about us. I do want this forever, basically, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that feels. We'll learn more and more. And the way I feel about commitment, life, I believe love is a choice. So I am committed to the universe. So everyone I've said goodbye to on my path, I'm committed to them, because I'm not going to stop loving these people just because things ended poorly or this or that. Um, but I will choose and change who is in my space, or who I give my time to, or how I feel about being treated, because we all deserve to be treated with respect and love. And if a person we're with can't do that for themselves or for us or something like that, pretty much it goes both ways. Like, a lot of my friends were somehow able to give me some kindness and love and stuff, but I would see that there was a lot within themselves that they weren't giving, and that made me feel terrible. And so I had to say goodbye almost to all of my friends in 2018, because they, I don't know, it seemed like hanging out with me didn't make them feel better about themselves, and it seemed like they only felt better about me, and that kind of makes them feel good because they like me and love me, but I wanted them to like them and love them. So I chose to step away from many friendships this year. And I have very amazing friends right now who are on very healing journeys. You guys know them, Jamie and Cheyenne. And I hope Charles wants to do a live video with me one day so you guys can meet Charles. He's like kind of the least shy of the three Gonzaleses. Okay, I'm gonna read you guys' comments. It's kind of been a while. um, aw. Okay, does he know he's a twin flame? The guy I was talking to, I told him, a reader told me he was my past life soulmate. Kind of made the boat sink. Oh, yeah, that might happen. I did tell him we're twin flames. Because okay, this is okay because this is my text. I won't share any of his information. Let me just find it. Uh, what did I say? Oh my gosh, there's just so much I've texted him. So I was kind of talking to him about like yeah, a bunch of stuff. Don't even know where to start, so I'm not gonna read all of this. Um, I was just saying, like, if I've experienced all my past lives in an instant, I'd say I feel like your higher self and my higher self is the same being. The term is called twin flame, which can be confusing because that sounds like you and me are one soul split into two to some degree, but it's actually different than that. Rather than one soul split into two, I feel like it's more so that you and I are the same soul, but two different past lives of our higher self. The higher self is just the summation of all our lives and experiences that have already happened in an instant, blah 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 blah. So basically, and this goes on forever and ever and ever. And I talk about a lot of things about how to meditate and all this stuff. And then, yeah, so he knows pretty much. I told him at that point, and many other things. And I also understood like, well, if on his journey all this like meditation, psychic, spiritual stuff is just not how he wants to, and if it's not on his journey, basically I should respect that and step away from that. I was like, wait, I shouldn't even assume you want to like do this like stuff and like like if he wants to find his answers, it's got to be his own way. Same with us, if we're looking for our answers, some people look for answers by riddles. Some people look for answers through music. Some people look for answers through numbers. We all process differently. So after I gave him all this big spiel about how I did it, I was like, wait, I'm sorry, like you just do your own thing. Like I'm sure you already know, you already got a handle of this. You got the internet if you really want to look into it. And I kind of like realized that. And so it's been a while since I talked about like all that stuff. Um, but yeah. So yeah, he knows. Deleted the comment earlier, but I had said that dating or not intellectually sparring would have been nice. Dating or not intellectually sparring would have been nice. I'm not sure what that means. I'm spiritual and on a journey in that area, but he's not spiritual, period. Closure. So being the same vibration basically is what you're saying? Yeah, I feel you. I feel like, yeah, I guess me and my twin flame are more or less at the same vibration. I mean, I guess we're at a different vibration because we're not communicating. Well, we are. I feel it spiritually. So I don't know. I don't know what I think about vibrations and stuff. Like, like how to measure it is what I mean. Like, I believe in vibrations and we match vibrations with things that we attract. It seems I've been attracting him, seems he's been attracting me, so I think therefore we're like the same vibration. Um, but I feel like naturally we can be at different vibrations. Don't really know because we're like all connected, but yeah, I think he holds a similar vibration and is always trying to learn more and grow as well, like I am. Um, Very good insight. Maybe pull back your energy and he will message you. Callie, you're not like wrong. Like probably if I just stopped, like union would come faster, but I can't stop. I just I don't know. I mean I will and I choose to step away, but if I tell myself like I won't message him for 30 days, by like day 10 I'll message. It's just bound to happen. So yeah, I am aware like if I pull back my energy, that'll give him more time to put in his work and energy. But I don't really care if he puts in the work and energy. I do care, you know, because I want this to work. And if we were a partnership and stuff, and we are, it needs to be equal work. But like, even so, I'm like not gonna stop putting in my own efforts, and my own efforts can go overboard really easily, just with everything and everyone. And so that includes him, it especially includes him. Um, so I don't know. I'm probably not gonna be able to stop. But like I am gonna probably pull away now that the holidays are over. I wish him happy holidays. I think I'm not gonna text him until finals week because then it's finals and I wanna wish him luck on finals. And then I probably won't message until around Christmas because Christmas can be stressful. So I'd probably wish him a happy holidays. And so yeah, I try to text only like when I really feel I want to and stuff, and not from a place of, trying to get something. But then I was in alignment with Halloween where I was like, I wanted to ask him out and see where he was at. Um, and so that was a time, but like that was in alignment with me, and then that energy passed. I was like, okay, well, he didn't respond to me asking him out. So, I can take that as a pretty quick no. So I'll go to this Halloween party. So that's kind of how I've been handling things. Um, they're not awkward, then we're just labeled as crazy when we talk about spiritual connections. People feel we are weird, but people who experience this can only understand. Yeah, I like just don't really care about people. Well, I do care, but it's like I would talk to people about my twin flame and like my friends or like Charles, and you'd be like, "Don't you ever think that he thinks you're crazy?" And then immediately I'm like, "Well, now I think you think I'm crazy." It's just kind of like, oh no, support would be kind of enjoyable at this time. People who understand. Um, I tried to tell him my family was spiritual so that it didn't seem like I was nuts, but true non-spiritual people literally don't get it. Yeah. But that's fine. It kind of sucks, but we're raising the vibration and people are finding their own answers in their own time. So it's okay. Um, People do seem to reject the unfamiliar. They're unwilling. That's all right. Yeah. Means like intellectually sparring, as in talking brain to brain, to tie loose ends of wonder, no matter what they are, even if it's like music, taste, or vision. Yeah, vision on emotions or life curiosities. I see. Yeah, throwing a ball in his court of thought process and passing the ball court to court. Thought process is psychology and it can be on anything. It's like finding out the reasons why universe has you both knowing one another for this life intellectually, even if it's not romantic to learn. Yeah, yeah, I feel that vibe. Yeah, if your connections aren't willing to do that, then it's good to step away. I definitely feel me and my twin flame are on the same type of intellectual sparring type of scenario because we're twin flames. We're so the same and so different that we can have the same conversation, but we're both talking about different things. I love it. They're like the best conversations I've ever had. Because when I talk with people, they get so like swooped away by me, or like it doesn't feel like this like equal like back and forth conversation. Like he's someone like I hate speech and debate because in high school I would just listen to people give a bunch of really bad logic and I'm just like I don't care. Like this is what I think is the case and in this speech and debate thing and I'm just like I don't want to be in this class. It wasn't speech and debate, it was TOK, a theory of knowledge, and there's another writing class and I had to do a debate on like if drugs should be legalized or not. And I was like, yeah, they should be legalized because we're imprisoning many innocent people. It's not worth sacrificing any innocent person just to throw some possibly not innocent people in the prison and increase the numbers even more. I don't know. I had a lot of stuff about it. Um, but my point with this is like talking with my twin flame, like it does like we can I guess debate and we'd be talking about completely different things and It's so great. One conversation I want to kind of share. Um, I was like talking about how like man, like I really loved leaving this country and seeing other places where it's much more open. Because here it's like our souls are being like so suppressed and killed and stuff. And he was like, yeah, most of the time when like you're walking around, you like think that people are thinking certain things about you, like, oh, they must be thinking this or feeling that about me. Most of the time they're actually not. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really wonder what people are thinking about me. Like that's not what I was going with at all. So it's like that. We talked about literally different things. I was like very literally talking about like, oh no, yeah, it feels very suffocating here, but he was thinking of it. I was like, oh yeah, I also worry like what people think. And now I learned not to worry. Like that was like his kind of side of it, and my side was just like, no, I've never really I don't relate to that, but I do. But like so it's stuff like that where we can really go back and forth at like a smooth pace kinda. We only hung out a couple times, so I don't maybe conversations will go differently and I don't know. But from the conversations we had, they were very, very nice and we were able to talk about anything. It was really cool. So yeah, I don't remember if you were asking me if like I felt like he and I can intellectually spar with one another. But if you were asking, basically my answer is that yes, I do feel that he and I are really good at having conversations, pretty much. Um, oh my god. I was wondering if there was something cool behind this because I saw this and I was like, yeah, yeah, spirit, don't hold all the weight, don't do all the work because then that's not fair for me. And then behind it, though, was the Two of Cups, which is, love come together. I flipped open a book and I got the Four of Wands. Woo! This union coming together. I don't know. So it's kind of like at this point, I'm just going with the flow. Like, I feel like as crazy as I am or whatever for this connection, I feel like it'd be crazier for it to not happen just because of how much the universe has been kind of supporting it. Um, at the beginning of this journey, I was like, man, if it turns out like that I'm just supposed to learn like, learn whatever I need to learn and then like go find the next person who is the one to like be with or whatever. Like I just kind of learned through that like at the beginning of this year. I was like, man, that would suck. And now I'm like, yeah, that would suck, but I get it. It's still worth it. It's like, it's worth pursuing this to the fullest. Like, I've learned always finish every book that you want to finish. Get to the bottom of whatever you want to get to the bottom of. Um, and then you'll kind of learn through that. It's like, to me, it's more worth spending my time for like this whole lifetime or whatever, committing to someone who might never reciprocate, than to not know, than to not try my best at love. So long as I feel this way, I'm not backing down, pretty much. So long as I don't feel betrayed, stabbed, hurt, whatever, I'm gonna stick around with this connection. I'm gonna message whenever I want to message. I gave him a warning like earlier this month. I was like, warning, expect me cheering you on this whole month. And at first I thought, maybe I won't actually message for the whole month and I can hold out that long. But sure enough, after like 8 or 9 days, I was like, okay, well, I miss you. And then Thanksgiving whole week came up and I was like, happy holidays, and that's now. And soon finals week will be happening and I'll be probably rooting him on then. And I know I can just do this all in spirit, but sometimes it's helpful to hear kind, positive, like uplifting messages. You never know. Sometimes even people who seem like they have a lot of that in their life, sometimes there's specific periods of time where nobody is cheering you on. And I know how that feels. I existed with that since I was like 3. So I know how it feels to be super unsupported by everyone around you, pretty much. So I just don't think it's worth the risk. I think it's more worth the risk of pushing him away for the possibility that my message helped him at a time. And ironically, that's what pushes union away, the whole chaser runner thing. So it's kind of funny. How do you know you're having telepathic communication with someone? If you dream about someone, that's telepathy. Definitely. In my opinion, anyways. I believe if you're dreaming about somebody, you're very much communicating with them to some level. Because we are all one. So if you think about someone, you instantly are communicating. Um, you can allow for it and see if words or voices or conversations come up in your head. I'm pretty clairaudient, so I can hear really well if I like really want to. There was like one period of time where I was like, okay, spirit, I allow for telepathy. And I just heard my brother's conversations and I was just like, I don't care about this. There's something about like clothes or something. I don't know. But like you can have telepathy pretty much if you want to. Kinda. I think there's like a lot online about how to do it. I just haven't looked into it. Um, but theory kind of goes if you can tap into yourself. So if you can always go within and tap into your subconscious, basically into your higher self, into the universe, you're always able to do that with anything and anyone. You can connect to any energy. That's how we relate to things that don't even speak, like the wind, the trees, birds, flowers, fire, water, elements. We're able to relate because we're telepathically communicating with them. So you pretty much do that, but just with the person. And sometimes it just happens without you even trying to. So that's how I know, I guess. Yes, I have left it to the universe now. Everything will turn out great. Definitely. I bet these top two cards are for you. Oh, Neha, look what card came up for you. Ten of Cups. I'm gonna take this message as well. And then there's a card behind it. Oh my gosh, the Queen of Swords. You totally know you're on the path towards like everything you want because you're in alignment with yourself. You're doing what you love. So that's gonna include the big picture. Woo! Good job, Neha! And everyone who resonates with that. Why not? Everyone resonate with this message right now. You deserve love and you are reaching your happy ending because you are pursuing your uh, most aligned path. Just yeah. Um, I tried to intellectually spar with my person, is what I meant. Oh, but he wasn't spiritual, didn't reciprocate, asked a lot of questions, and my responses sank the boat. But it would have been nice to spar. Yeah. You'll meet someone who can spar, basically. That's pretty much what we're all looking for, I think. That's what I was looking for since I was born and didn't find that for some times, but would find kind of bits and pieces of that. Yeah, we are getting a lot of great cards. Look at this next great card, the Nine of Cups. Oh, yeah, god dang it. There we go. It's really hard for me to show you guys the cards because it's sideways. Um, so this way, and then that way, and then forward. Nine of Cups. Yeah, so the video's sideways. This is gonna be my like one and only live video until I get a new device that works. Callie, I'm gonna flip some cards for you. Okay, so this one. Ooh, this is the other healing card. This came out way earlier. Ah, hi, Green Emerald Tarot. You guys can probably guess, but Green Emerald Tarot has a tarot channel. So if you guys want a really, really lovely channel, check her channel out. Beautiful energy. I'm giving you a hug through the camera. I'm giving you all hugs, spiritual hug. I don't know. Internet hug, whatever you want to call it. Long distance hug. There we go. Thank you. I love your channel too. I like went back. I think I might have said like I only watched one of your videos, but when I went back, it turned out that I had watched like four of them or something. So I don't know. I was wrong about that. So I guess I watched all your videos and I forgot to subscribe at that time. So I'm glad that I got back to it and stuff. Woo! Yeah, Margaret, welcome to the Green Emerald Tarot. I don't know, train, something. The trend? Train? I don't know. Anyways, woo! It's cool that you also follow her channel. I was just flipping cards for everyone. Um, choo choo! You know, I actually really love trains. When I was like growing up, I watched Thomas the Train quite a lot. Hold on, I might have. Where is it? You guys are gonna. You know what? Automatic restart? No. How do I change that? How do I change the automatic restart? So my video might stop if it automatically restarts. I sure hope it doesn't. Okay. Um, all settings. Okay, well, if my video stops, it's gonna stop because my phone, or this isn't my phone. I'm always so used to that, but my laptop will shut off. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, my dad found this like laptop, or my mom did, and then he got it working, and it does the live video sideways. So I'm not gonna do another live video until I get a new device because this is not working for me. Oh, I'm gonna have to rotate this this way. But this is like something my mom found. You guys want to see? This is so cute. Look at me. Hold on. Um, so hard to get the angle right. But yeah, I just want to show you guys like. Yeah, if my camera was better, it'd be way easier to show you guys. But basically, the reason why I'm showing this is because I think there's a picture in here with me with like my Thomas the Train outfit. Yeah, there is. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I need a this way, and then um, so there is me in my Thomas the Train outfit.